Greetings out there and welcome back to another video. We have just touched down in Perth, like really probably only like 40 minutes ago. It is nice and wet outside as well, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, Adelaide was no better this morning, so can't really tell. Before we go out and explore Perth, I'll quickly bring you up to speed. So in my last video, my partner Cindy and I flew from Adelaide to Perth to position us for our flight to Bali, which will be in our next video. So today, we have 24 hours to explore the Perth CBD and check out some cool sites that are all within walking distance before we check out tomorrow morning. So as time's ticking away, let's check out our first stop, Kings Park. Well, we have decided to venture from outside the hotel, and now we're walking up the steep street here. I've no idea what this is, but I've been here before, and I remember it being super steep. After ascending the super steep street, namely Mount Street, we arrive at Kings Park. Designated in 1831, the park has a perfect vantage point to overlook the Perth city skyline. It turns out it's the most popular visitor destination in WA, and the place has had a lasting memory for myself when I first visited here in 2004. Well guys, here we are at Kings Park. My goodness, this place is beautiful. This is actually one of the places I always come when I come to Perth. And I've only been here, well, this will be my 4th time, but if you've never been to Perth before, always come to Kings Park.
I want to live here when I'm old. For real.
So Cindy's already banished Adelaide. I suppose we're gonna have to move from Adelaide one day and maybe take up residence here in Perth, hey? So yeah, Kings Park is absolutely beautiful. I say it time and time again, every time I come to Perth, Kings Park is always gonna be a place that I'll come to. It's just, I swear Perth is just one of these most, well, it probably is the most picturesque city. Oh, Sydney people are gonna hate me for that. And good morning from Perth. So after Kings Park last night, it obviously got pretty dark. So we just went out for dinner, I think at Tony Roma's, which is a nice sort of American barbecue style meal. And then after that, we went to a beer hall because I want to watch my football team beat Geelong Cats, which they did. And we're probably going to take the, I was going to say we'll probably take the premiership this year, but who knows? We'll see what happens. But anyways, we're up bright and early. This is, you know, we're only supposed to be here for like 24 hours today, so I think the plan is we're just going to look around. We're going to try and go to that bell tower and then maybe go to the Perth Mint. But anyways, guys, let's get going. After walking down past Elizabeth Quay, we came across the bell tower, which is a local tourist attraction which holds the 12 bells of St. Martin in the Fields. It's said that these bells have been in existence since the 14th century, being recast in the 16th century by Elizabeth I. These bells are supposedly the only royal bells known to have left England. Now just across from the tower is the Port of Perth. From here you can take a ferry out to Rottnest Island, down to Fremantle, or even go for a cruise on the Swan River. So we've decided, since the bell tower doesn't open until 10 AM, that we're going to make our way to the Perth Mint, which is open at 9. But we find ourselves walking along the shorefront of the Swan River here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's a double rainbow. And I'm going to say it again, this place is beautiful. It was about a 20-minute walk from the bell tower area to the Perth Mint, and on the way we had a nice view of the city and Swan River. Now the Perth Mint is another big attraction in Western Australia, and somewhere I've been keen to visit since starting my own coin collection within the last couple of years. Okay, so we're just sitting outside the Perth Mint. We went in there and it's sort of not a place where you can really just like walk around on your own. So we signed ourselves up for a tour. So I think the good part is we'll get to see a live gold pour. We'll get to walk around, you know, with someone that obviously knows the history here and can explain a little bit about this place, which I think will certainly help. But the only thing is, as you know, we are certainly time poor. We're hoping to get to Bell Tower by around about 10 o'clock, but this tour starts at 9:30, goes for an hour, so we'll see how we go. We'll try and race to Bell Tower after this, but looking forward to it. It should be good. Looking forward to the tour?
Yes, absolutely. I'm just checking this rainbow video I made earlier. It's so pretty.
The rainbow video.
Beautiful morning today.
The Perth Mint was established in 1899 as a subsidiary of the Royal Mint in the United Kingdom. And up until the 1930s, the Mint struck 106 million gold sovereigns and 735,000 half sovereigns for use as currency throughout Australia and the British Empire. But for now, let's enjoy the tour that is being guided by Paul, one of the passionate tour guides here at the Mint, who certainly conveys the fact we are being watched, and that there is security ready to take us out if needed.
Everyone to follow carefully, just no running, please guys. Got your safety in mind there. We don't want anyone taking an unnecessary tumble, because if they see you running through the building, they might think you managed to grab something that you weren't supposed to. They won't hesitate to practice their rugby tackle. Don't be too afraid of security, though. They are all first aid trained, so if you need any assistance, grab a member of the team and we'll make sure you are looked after. And if you do find yourself rugby tackled, hopefully whoever's done that to you will make sure you're not too beaten up from that bonus activity. To quickly sum it up, it is 1 ton of solid gold.
The tour guide took us through a history lesson of the Mint and gold mining within Western Australia, tailoring his talk to keep the attention of our group, spanning from young kids to retirees. During the presentation, he showed us some of the largest nuggets ever found in WA before leading us into a display room where we prepared to watch the process of pouring a gold bar. Now for this part of the tour, there's obviously a big focus on safety, due to the extreme heats needed to melt the gold. But at the same time, Paul kept the process fun and we stayed highly entertained at all times.
Now to start, we turn off all of the lights in the melt house. We work by the light of the furnace and the gold alone. We do that for one reason. Holding up one finger there. For one reason that we turn off the lights, it's because it looks cool. We get some very cool looking gold balls going. It's just going to keep steaming that water, so we might leave it there for a few moments, but here for your viewing pleasure. And I am specific there, viewing pleasure only, security.
Cindy wanted to hold it. After finishing up the tour, I checked my weight in gold, which would see me cashed in at over $7.1 million. You also get the opportunity to strike yourself a medallion of the Perth Mint as a little take-home treasure to remind you of your time here. But all in all, for $22, this is one of the best tours I've been on, and we highly enjoyed our time here at the Perth Mint. But as time's ticking on, we need to check out and make our way to Bali.
That's exciting.
Okay guys, so we just got back from the Perth Mint, and honestly I can say that was probably the highlight of our, well, almost 24 hours here in Perth. I know we were trying to get over to the Bell Tower and try to get up that one. By the time we would have made it there, then got back to the hotel, packed everything up. I mean, honestly, in the next 30 minutes, we need to head off to the airport as we're heading off to Bali today. Woohoo! So really looking forward to that trip. But honestly, Perth, I love Perth. And I think Cindy definitely loves Perth as well. I'd definitely love to come back here and actually probably spend a few days minimum here. Be able to get down to, you know, Fremantle via the Swan River, take a cruise out to Rottnest Island, see the quokkas. But there's still a lot to do, still a lot to see here, so I definitely want to come back hopefully in the next year or two. But with that said, I hope you have enjoyed this very short sort of travel video, 24 hours within Perth. It's been fantastic, it's been fun making this one. This is my first sort of travel video that I've made for a very long time, and which I'm starting to hopefully make more of in the very near future as we're heading on to Bali. Vietnam. I'll probably go back down through Thailand, Malaysia. So yeah, it's been great. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider subscribing to my channel because there's a bunch more of these to come. And feel free to hit the like button and comment down below. If you're from Perth, where would you recommend going to in a short space of time? I'll see you guys in the next one when we head off to Bali. Catch ya.